What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Right here I have a Mazda 6. This one's a 2018, and today what I'm going to be doing is replacing the fuel pump on it. And I just want to do a little clarification on why I'm replacing the fuel pump on it. On certain Mazdas, depending on the production date of the vehicle, this is pretty much a recall. That the impeller on some low pressure fuel pumps may become deformed under certain conditions, which would cause fuel pump failure. Fuel pump failures may result in engine no start and or vehicle stalls while driving at low speeds. So this is pretty much the reason why I'm replacing the fuel pump. The fuel pump on the vehicle hasn't gone bad yet. It doesn't have any drivability issues. It's just a recall from Mazda. So I just wanted to clarify that. And before we get started today, I want to give a quick shout out to one of my subscribers, Zarius. I hear you've been watching my channel, man. I hear you've been watching every single video every day it comes out, dude. I appreciate you. I really do. You the man. You the man, Zarius. Alright, little dude. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And let's get back to this video. Alright, so the first thing we want to go ahead and do is get the hood open. Alright, once we have the hood open, I'm going to go ahead and go to the fuse box right here. Open it up. And we're going to look for the fuel pump fuse right here. 15 amp, right over the 30. Right over here, 15 amp, right over the 30. Go ahead and pull that out. What I'm going to do now is just start the vehicle and let the vehicle pretty much run out of fuel while it's running, and that'll alleviate some of the pressure in the fuel line. So when I remove the line in the back, it won't be spraying fuel all over me, or at least it'll spray less fuel. Alright, back in the vehicle, let's go ahead and start it. Alright, as you can see, it just shut off real quickly. I'm going to go ahead and crank it again. It's going to try to start, it's going to try to run, but it's not going to because it's a fuel pump. I pulled the fuse on it, as you can see. One more time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go through the driver rear side of the vehicle, and the fuel pump is going to be located right underneath this seat right here. Let's go ahead and try to get a good light in here. So right underneath this seat, right around here, there's going to be, real close to the edge, is going to be a small little hook that you're going to pull to one side. There it is. You're going to go ahead and pull it like that, and it's going to release the hook on the seat. And there's going to be another one on the passenger side, so let's go ahead and get that one as well. On the passenger side, it's going to go ahead and locate that little clip, that little hook. I can feel it. Alright, there it goes. And you can see that's where it is. So on the Mazda 6s, to release the whole seat, it's not going to want to release. It's not going to want to release. Right around here on the seat, there's going to be another hook kind of holding the seat back. So the only way to get that hook to release is actually going through the trunk. So I'll show you how to get that one out. So we're at the trunk, and one quick tip is make sure you open the trunk before you disconnect the battery. Don't be like me. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way back in here. I'm going to pull this cover out. So we're going to pull this rug back right here. That's covering pretty much where the spare goes. And right down in here, you can see alright, and when you get back here, you're gonna see this hook right here, and this is holding the seat in. You're gonna want to pull this hook right here above this hook. that's just holding the seat in, as you can see. So you're just gonna kind of guide it over. Alright, so once, as you can see, once you get that cleared, you can see that hook right there. It's like a little, it just kind of keeps the seat back there so you can't pull it out. Once you get that unlatched on the rear, you'll be able to pull the whole seat out. So this right here is just a little hook where that other piece on that rear seat just goes through. Right here, so you just pull it above it, and then you'll pull the seat forward towards the front of the car, and it will just come right out. Alright, so once the seat is out of the way, it is going to be the fuel pump access hatch right here, and you might find some little treasures laying around in here, as you can see. So let's go ahead and remove this hatch right here. It's just going to take some, it's 4 Phillips screws. Alright, once you have those 4 removed, you're just going to go ahead and pull this access panel back. Just like that. There's going to be a small little clip right here. You could choose to remove it or just lean it on the side just like this. Alright, so the next one we're going to go ahead and do is remove this harness right here. It just has a little push clip at the back, so you're just going to go ahead and push it and lift it up. And here we have the fuel line. We're going to go ahead and use a flathead screwdriver from this side. Go ahead and twist, and it'll lift that little that clip up right there. Alright, so before we go ahead and remove this little retaining clip right here on the fuel line, I'm going to want to put a little rag underneath it. And with the flathead screwdriver, we're going to go on the back of it. You're just going to slide it right in there, and you're going to twist side to side. And you're just gonna, and then just twisting the clip side to side is gonna lift it up. And then you'll, once it's up like that, just cover it. Just cover the line, and you're just gonna want to pull that line back. Just pull it back real slowly because it is gonna spray, as you can see. Sprayed quite a bit right there. Alright. Looks good. So now what I'm going to do is tuck the line under this side of the tank over here. Just hide it in there. Soak up some of this gas right here. Okay. Looks pretty good. Alright, once you get all the lines off, you're going to want to kind of pay attention to which side the line's pointing. So it's kind of pointing towards the back of the vehicle on a little angle towards the right. So that's exactly how it's going to need to be installed, just because of the hard line that comes back in that needs to be reinstalled on it. So let's go ahead and take this ring off right here. It's 8 Phillips screws. Always use hand tools when you're doing this part. Okay, there we go. Alright, this is our last one right here. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and remove this ring. Now once that ring is removed, we're just going to go ahead and tug on the fuel pump up a little bit right here. And as you can see, this one released pretty easily. Just try to guide that out of there. It's a real nice snug fit. Try to empty a little bit of that fuel out into the tank. Right. Now let's just guide the float out and remove the pump. Alright, so here we have the fuel pump out of the vehicle, and here's the part that's going to be getting replaced. If you want to see me replacing the fuel pump in the assembly, I do have another video on a Mazda CX-5 where there's a section in the video where I go through detailed steps on replacing the pump inside of the unit. And the unit is pretty much identical, almost identical, except for this one's just a little bit shorter. And another thing, if you're going to be ordering a fuel pump, you will not get a pump like this. This is only for the recalls on the vehicle. If you order a pump and you need to replace a pump on your Mazda, this is what you'll get. You'll get the whole entire unit just ready to install, and it'll come with a new gasket as well. I'm going to go ahead and replace the pump off camera, and then I'll meet you back in the vehicle. Alright, so we're back in the vehicle. Next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is clean the mating surface right here. Just make sure there's no dust on it. Make sure it's going to make a good seal on the fuel pump gasket. And here's the fuel pump right here with the new pump already installed. And with that, it has a new gasket on it as well. So we're going to go ahead and install that. Float side first. Once you get it down, try to remember which way this was facing before we pulled it out, and it was to the rear and a little bit to the right. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our little ring and line it up with the screw holes. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to put 2 of them in by hand. Just so it holds that ring down and it holds the pump in. Alright, so we got 2 of these in. It's holding the pump down, and we're going to go ahead and install the other 6 screws. And once you have them all kind of just a little snugged up, you're going to go ahead and start tightening them in a star pattern. Alright, that's our last one. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do is fish that fuel line back out that we hit over here. Go ahead and push it on, push the clip down. Next thing we'll go ahead and get our harness, connect our electrical harness, make sure it clips. And then last we'll go ahead and install our access hatch. And our fuel pump is installed. Last, we're going to go ahead and install our seat. Alright, let's get this belt buckle right here. This other one right here. And we're just going to go ahead and push the seat back and push it down on each side. There we go. That one's good. This one's good. And that's it right there with the seat. Then we'll go back in the trunk. Make sure we install the rug. What's supposed to be back there. Everything looks good. Alright, so the next thing we want to go ahead and do is install our fuel pump fuse. And then reconnect our negative battery terminal. Alright, so we're back in the vehicle. Let's go ahead and get that ignition on. Put our foot on the brake. Go ahead and crank this bad boy. And there she goes. And that's pretty much it, guys. As you can see, it was pretty easy to do a fuel pump replacement on this Mazda 6. it's going to be pretty much the same procedure for all Mazda 6s of the last generation. And yes, this is the last generation of Mazda 6. Unfortunately, Mazda has stopped production, or they will no longer be producing a Mazda 6 model. So if you have a Mazda 6, you got a good car. This is honestly one of my favorite Mazda models, the Mazda 6. I really enjoy this car a lot, and I might enjoy it a little more because when I went to my training in Dallas, Mazda gave me a Mazda 6 to drive while I was over there, and I honestly loved the car. I love the way it looks, the full-size sedan. It's just a great car, and I'm honestly sad to see it go. But they'll be sticking around for a long time because, as you can see, they're so easy to work on. They're so easy to work on. Anybody could do all sorts of repairs on these vehicles. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!